everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is Eric, and Merry Christmas. It is Christmas Day right now, and I'll be reviewing a Christmas movie for Christmas Day. Let's start this tradition, okay, here in 2022. And the movie I'd like to review is a Christmas film, one of my favorites, called Elf. And it stars Will Ferrell. I'm aware there is a new Will Ferrell Christmas movie out right now with Ryan Reynolds, and it's kind of a musical, and honestly, I just haven't been that excited to go check it out, and I haven't yet, so I may check it out at some point. I'm not a big fan of musicals, and the reviews I've seen has just made me not think this is anything close to Elf, which is one of my favorite Christmas movies of all time. I watch it almost every year. Just checked it out, matter of fact, last night, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to review this tomorrow, which is today. So let's get into it. And this film is definitely a classic. I watched it for the first time in 2003 when it came out, and saw it 2 or 3 times. I got it on DVD as soon as it came out, watched it constantly, even when it wasn't Christmas. And then ever since then, kind of around Christmas, almost every year, I'll check out Elf. And it's just such a funny movie, which is very important. It makes me laugh almost every time. Even last night, I'm sitting there laughing out loud. I'll forget certain scenes, certain moments. Sometimes I'll catch something that wasn't funny before, but it'll become funny. It's just a very funny movie, which is important. We have Will Ferrell, obviously. It's going for laughs, but also just super entertaining. And I love the kind of fish out of water story. I've always liked this kind of situation where you have someone who's just over the top, and usually it's in their own kind of storyline where you have elves and Santa Claus, but then they're mixed in with the modern world that we know in New York City, especially. But, you know, it's kind of the reason why I love the Addams Family movies. The Addams Family, they still continue to act like the Addams Family, but they're in the modern world. I love the Brady Bunch movie. I'm not a huge fan of the Brady Bunch TV show, but the Brady Bunch movie, oh, I love that movie, and the sequel are just absolutely hilarious because they have the Brady Bunch acting like the Brady Bunch from the 60s or whatever, but they are put in the modern world, which is just causes such fun, and it's so entertaining to watch. And you get this with Elf because you have a human being in Buddy, played by, of course, Will Ferrell, who, as a baby, ended up crawling into Santa Claus's sack during his Christmas deliveries. And Santa unknowingly takes the little baby back to the North Pole, and they'll go ahead and accept Buddy into their community because they're good people, okay? They're elves and whatnot, but they have a good heart, and they accept him even though he is a human being. So he grows to be humongous, and there's so many scenes, you know, him taking a shower and things like that, and it's absolutely hilarious. Sitting on the lap of his adopted elf father, played by Bob Newhart, who is awesome in this movie with his, you know, deadpan delivery and everything, his classic comedy. It's there for Bob Newhart, but he finds out he's a human being. He overhears a conversation, so he wants to go meet his real father in New York City, who is played by James Caan, rest in peace, an amazing actor, and he does a fantastic job in this film as well. And then one of the classic moments, of course, one of the funniest moments, I laughed so hard the first time, and several times after seeing it, even now, it's just awesome. The moment when, of course, Santa tells him that his daddy's on the naughty list.
You know, buddy, your father, well, he's on the naughty list.
And I love the tips, kind of Santa gives them some tips, you know, about New York City. You know, there's like 50 raised pizzas or however many, 60 raised pizzas, but only one's the real one. It's on 11th Street. And tells them about the gum that's not free candy that you'll see on the sidewalk. So I like that Santa knows what's up. Santa's been around. He knows every city in the world probably. He knows what's up, so he gives them little tips. But of course, once Buddy goes to New York City, that's when the fun begins, and it's just insane. Him running around New York City, and a lot of people, I like it because the reactions are kind of authentic New Yorkers. They see crazy stuff every day, so it's really not that new, nothing crazy too new. You just see another psycho out there. But I love when he goes into the coffee shop. They had the sign outside that "World's Greatest Coffee." You did it! Congratulations! The dude who's in there, his reaction is just epic. And then later he takes his new girlfriend to there to, you know, blindfolds her. It's a hilarious moment because he's giving her the world's best coffee cup. And she's like, it tastes like a crappy cup of coffee. it is a crappy cup of coffee, which I got my little cup right here. It's actually hot chocolate. But one of the other brilliant parts of this movie, I feel, is how we see that Buddy really struggles in making the toys, and he's just not nimble enough. He doesn't have those little fingers. He's just a kind of a clunky big human, and he can't really do it as well as all of the elves. But once he's over with other humans, he's the best of the best. He can do just things, incredible things, as far as decorating, making Christmas decorations and using toys and just being very quick, compared to a regular human being. I thought that was a cool aspect of the film as well. But meeting with his father, hilarious. He thinks it's a Christmas gram or something. Aren't you going to sing a song? I'm here with my dad. He wants me to sing a song. But he eventually finds out that Buddy is his actual son. So he kind of takes him home. He tries, but you can say he's kind of a grumpy guy. He's kind of a selfish dude. They don't make it over the top. It's realistic. This is a businessman who he cares about his family and everything, and his son, his real son. And now he's trying to kind of do the right thing with Buddy, but he's not, he's just not the greatest guy. I mean, he's on the naughty list. But, he's not a complete jerk or anything. So you can root for him and hope that, he kind of changes his ways. But at the same time, you also understand. You understand why he's like, dude, this guy's insane. Everyone thinks he's insane. And they think that maybe he just needs to accept his father and everything. And he's going through this phase of childhood. We need to get him through this. Of course, they don't realize he actually is an elf, or he actually did grow up and was raised in the North Pole. But I love how he gets incorporated into working at Gimbel's because he's there shopping, but the guy in charge of, setting up the Christmas decoration sees him, so he thinks he's part of the crew. He says, hey, come here, get back to work. What are you doing? So funny. That's how he kind of ends up working there. Even though no one knows who he is. I mean, would that really happen? Probably not. But, it's for this movie, for the purposes of this movie, it's hilarious. He sets up overnight, sets up all the decorations. I love it. The next day, the boss talking about they must have sent in some experts. They're going after my job. But then you have the most hilarious scene. Peter Dinklage comes in as he's like an expert children's author or something, and they get him into the meeting. And that's a hilarious scene where obviously when Buddy comes in, it's an elf. Did you get escaped from Santa's workshop? And Peter Dinklage's character, Miles, is like, you're just so hilarious. Call me an elf one more time. And that whole scene was just hilarious. Of course, that's what took it over the edge for Buddy's dad, of course, who was like, dude, get out of here. I don't care. But and that leads to the final scenes where, he has his arc and everything. But there's just so many classic moments. It's such a funny movie, and it's so entertaining. Love watching this one, and so many laugh out loud moments. Just as an example, when I was watching it yesterday, a moment that I kind of forgot about. It's one of the great lines is when you have the fake Santa Claus in the mall, and Buddy sees and says, "You're not Santa Claus." So, "Of course I am." Ho ho ho! It's like, "No, dude, you are not Santa Claus. Who are you?" Blah blah blah. And then it says, "If you're Santa Claus, what song did I sing to you on your birthday?" It's like, "Happy birthday, of course." And Buddy like. I don't know why that one got me yesterday. So it's always something different, makes me laugh. It's such a fun movie, so funny. The first time that Buddy's over there drinking the Coke or the Pepsi, and then he burps the longest burp ever, and the little boy, his little brother now, he's like, dude, you're so weird. But I like how they kind of bond, and it's just a great movie, and it's got a message and everything. It's got a nice arc and everything. In the end, is nice and sweet. But I really enjoy it just for how hilarious it is. Over the top and not too over the top. It's not gross. It's not nasty. It's not that kind of comedy. It's something the family can watch, and it's also hilarious. So I think it's just a really good movie, and there's a reason it became kind of a quick classic there, and so beloved. So I don't really have a lot of negatives for it. I mean, not every joke landed. There are maybe some that aren't that great. I always love the trying to hold the hand. He slaps it away. Just all these little moments. Just really awesome classic moments in this film, Elf. It's just one of my favorites. I mean, I'm not saying it's a perfect movie, but as far as a Christmas movie goes, this day and age when there's been so many, I don't know, it's been a few years now. It came out in 2003, but I'm still saying in this new century where there's so many Christmas movies from the last, they did a really brilliant job of coming up with the script and executing it. So shout out to Jon Favreau for directing this movie, written by David Berenbaum. So a fantastic job all around. I'm gonna say this movie, as far as a Christmas film, I gotta say, is an absolute masterpiece, baby. Elf. It's one of my favorites of all time. Let me know what you guys think down in that comment section below. I hope you all have a great day. Merry Christmas. Okay, happy holidays. And look forward to more content very soon. More music reviews coming. And we're going to come hard in 2023. You guys have a great one. And we'll see you next time.